A lot of people would not know what the hell this game was if I did not have a caption up in front of it, kind of explaining what it is. Okay, you wouldn't know. Nobody really knows. I am one who I'm 38 years old. I know I look like I'm 28 years old, but that's because I was born with great genes and I am just a handsome mother lover. But I can't help that. But this right here is a Sega Saturn title. Okay, and I'm gonna say Sega Saturn. Okay, my wife is getting on me. You say Saturn? You saying? Leave me alone. Sega Saturn. Okay, a Sega Saturn title that a lot of you probably have not even played Sega Saturn. Okay, you probably don't even know what it is. A lot of you, Sega had that. I knew Sega had a Genesis. I even knew about the 32X. I knew about all that stuff. I knew Philips Magnavox had CDI. Like, you know about everything. But people do not know about Sega Saturn. Why is that? So this right here, I am happy to see. That's one side of the coin. But that's not really why I'm happy. Y'all know that's not what's really going down. I'm happy because there is an emulator inside of it. Yes, I always love emulators. I'm that dude that just plays emulators just to play them. Oh, let me see how this game plays in this. Oh, yes. It plays like the original. Woo, jollies. I'm looking at my dusty old disc cartridge. I don't care. I'm on a PC now. That's how it feels. So this one, I want to pull up here and talk about it first, and then we're going to get into a video that I do have up on my channel currently showing how to do it. But, I'm not going to, toot my own horn. I'm not going to do all that. Okay. But I will say this emulator actually impressed me. Some people are saying that it's based off of SSF, whatever the hell that is. Okay, that shows you that I just go off the top here. But SSF, I do believe it's like Sega Saturn something. Okay, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and pull it up. We're going to pull it up. Console hackers, commandeer switches, switch games, very fast Sega Saturn emulator. Damn, drop a bomb for the community, man. Very fast, yo. We got the Switch OLED getting hacked day one. We got the Saturn being pulled out of there, an emulator. Come on, man. We doing it up. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay. But last week, publisher City Connection released new versions of the arcade Sega Saturn shmups. For those who don't know what shmups is, shoot 'em ups. Cotton 2, Cotton Boomerang, and Guardian Force for both PS4 and Switch. It wasn't, why didn't it come for Xbox? Y'all don't hate on Xbox, man. Don't do that. Okay. It wasn't long before Switch tinkerers over on GBAtemp realized they could inject other Saturn games into City Connection's emulator, which turned out to be very capable indeed. I wanted to say that on my video, I actually went to that GBAtemp thread. I referred to it many times. There is a lot of great information on there. They not only got, just how to use it, they got how to configure each individual game to work the best. Like, there's so much in there that could be ran with. I heard somebody getting this all done with an NSP. They just installed one file and said, oh, I got all mine set up. Like, it's crazy, right? A little background. I'm going to read through this quick. City Connection gave each game a separate $18 release. So these games, which is crazy. Yo, $18 release? Yo, would you pay $18 for a Sega Saturn? I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how you remaster. Like, what is going on with the community, man? Let's shake my hand. I'm tricking you. What is wrong with y'all? Why are you doing that? Stop spending $18 on the old ones. We got to fight to lower that price. Okay? Give me $10. But also collected all of them together in a $45 package called Guardian Force Saturn Tribute. The company called its emulation technology ZebraEngine. While each game looks great in action, they reportedly have a very serious problem with input lag, even on the PS4. Okay, so this is not a thing with Nintendo Switch. This is actually on a PS4. It has a problem with input lag, which I believe SSF emulator, from what I hear, has problems with input lag as well. The publisher is aware of the issue and promises it will update, hopefully, to address it. In the meantime, Switch enthusiasts have figured out how to exploit that emulator that runs the 3 late 90s games. Based on various clues, ZebraEngine is almost certainly, okay, that's good. I'm glad I read that. Certainly a variant of SSF, a closed source Saturn emulator that started development over 20 years ago. SSF has pretty good compatibility and performance traits, which have been born out of GBAtemp members putting ZebraEngine through its paces. Yo, they're saying everything I'm saying. Like literally, I was there. When I made the video, I was going through certain things. And for people who have not, I want to say this to all those who are modding or have been modders before or modded systems or plan to. There's 2 different places I'd like for you to go. You need to go to forums. If you are scared to ask a question, just make sure you read through every single page on the thread of that forum. If you're in Discord, make sure you're doing your search, make sure you're doing everything, and then ask the question, because questions get asked repeatedly, which makes people scared to ask questions. But these groups are perfect for homebrew communities, man. Like, I didn't have to post nothing. I didn't have to write to nobody. I didn't have to reach out to nobody. I just went in there and was able to do this and do it myself. I'm not, I can say I've been around computers and games for a while in my life, but I'm not no, Albert Einstein. All right. So now let's get back to it. In the meantime, Switch enthusiasts have figured out, blah, 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 right there. So far, they figured out how to inject arbitrary Sega Saturn ROMs, images into the emulator with results that are good to great. Some games don't work. Others suffer noticeable input lag, akin to City Connection's official Cotton and Guardian Force emulations. So the lag is the same as the official one in the emulator. So it's not like it's anything different. But a surprising number just run fantastically with 0 issues and better performance than any prior Switch-based Saturn emulators, such as Yaba Sanshiro and RetroArch's Yabu's Core have managed to muster. Now, for the Nintendo Switch, for those who don't know, the Saturn emulator, I did a video before. I think it was one of these. I'm not sure if it was the RetroArch one or Yaba. Or I should say Yaba Shinshiro. But I'm not sure which one it was. But when I did it, it was pretty simple as well. It's just an application you went to. The game's loaded up. This one here is nice, though, because it's actually built into a game. The setup is kind of like, but a lot of these games ran pretty damn good. Now, GBAtemp, if we go over to that thread, you'll see here, this is the actual thread. So I want to shout out the people here at the thread. You see, I even gave a thumbs up here. You see Nick Moses. They go through now. It's 34 pages long, guys. Okay, just so you know how long it is. 34 pages of just logos, pictures. People are doing everything. So shout out to all you guys giving different images, showing different games playing. Like, this is beautiful to see these titles. And for those who don't know, I'm one that I had a Sega Saturn in my household because of my oldest brother. Shout out to Nate Mo. Okay, Big Nate Mo had one, and I was able to play a lot of the games. I will tell you, a lot of these games were way underrated. Way underrated. I'm talking about so far underrated, it is sick. Like, I can't tell you how Power Stone. No, not Power Stone. It wasn't Power Stone, was it? Fighting Vipers. That's what I mean. Fighting Vipers. That's what I'm thinking of. Fighting Vipers is a fighting game that was so under the radar. Y'all don't understand how it was. Fighters Mega Mix. Who remembers Fighters Mega Mix? Okay, where they mix a bunch of fighters. I remember Virtua Fighter Kids. Like, Sega Saturn had a lot of fighting titles. A lot of them. X-Men vs. Street Fighter was on there. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Like, shall I go on? They had a lot of titles, man. A lot of different titles. So, let me just go through the chat real quick because I got some other things. So, my man Smooth, yeah, you're right on that, Smooth. Okay, yo, Joe, appreciate that, throwing that link in there. That is the link to the video if y'all want to check out the video. Sega, what? And see, that's what I mean. Some people are too young, man. They don't remember that Sega Saturn. That's an old school system, man. It came out around the time I think PlayStation, Nintendo 64 were in that battle. It was PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Sega Saturn, and they all actually were had a nice niche, but in the States here, Sega Saturn didn't fare too well. I don't know if it was just marketing or something like that. They didn't fare too well. They had Panzer Dragoon. Come on, man. They had some titles. Like, people were sleeping on that system, man. Now, I play games like The Horde, Nights into Dreams. I can go on and on. Nights into Dreams, I kind of feel bad that I say I play that now, because when I went back and played it, I actually felt like I would think I'm weird if I played it now. But that, it's a great game. It's a great game. I can't help it. Okay, so now to get back to the article. So far, they figured out how to inject these and make it play better than the current emulators on the Switch. So you know what that means? We're now waiting for someone somehow to be able to find a way to pull this emulator out of this game. Now, I do not think that will ever happen. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is closed source. So far, I believe this is the best we're gonna get to playing these games on here. I do not know. These people make miracles happen on that. So don't take what I say with a grain of salt right now. But I just think that it's closed source. We're not going to get more than being able to play the games this way, which is nice. We get to play them this way on Nintendo Switch. If you're on a PC, you probably have tons of options. Okay, but if you're on Nintendo Switch, you want to play Sega Saturn, which we're big on playing all the different systems within Homebrew to be able to do them. This is a big thing. It's a big thing, okay? So last but not least, so the community is now trying to figure out how to fully extract the ZebraEngine by Yao, assets wrapped around it, with an eye toward being able to make standalone Sega Saturn games appear and launch from the Switch's main menu, just like any other official release. So you may have seen on the GBAtemp page where you were seeing certain logos and you were seeing certain icons. I do believe you can set this up like an NRO forwarder, and you can have these directly on your title screen. So if it's only certain Saturn games that you play, you can be able to put that on there, select that, and that's going to be the game that you play. So that's nice. And, you have to go to that GBAtemp thread. I do recommend you go there if you want to see more of that. Okay, let's move it on. I don't think it's much else. Even so, it's super cool to see Sega Saturn, an underappreciated tricky to emulate system, unexpectedly running so darn well. Say damn well on Nintendo's relatively low power portable. Why do people make it sound like it's a glorified Game Boy? This is a system that run The Witcher 3, Breath of the Wild, and goddamn Crisis. All right, that's remaster 1 through 3. I would be surprised if it couldn't emulate Saturn. Nah, he's right, though. I would be surprised if it couldn't emulate Saturn. But nonetheless, that is that. Okay, just want to go ahead and get that piece out of there. If you do want to check out the video, you can. In order to do this, you must have a modified Nintendo Switch. And I know everybody says, well, I don't have a modified Nintendo Switch, Nick. Well, guess what? The Switch OLED has been hacked. Ow! You're going to be good. You ain't got to worry. Just go out there, look for the chip. Get you an OLED. Get you a big boy screen. Do yours right.